Welcome to KBM Sports Talks. I'm Kevin, and today we got our MLB playoff prediction video. Make sure to hit that like button. The goal for today's video is to get to 4 likes, and make sure to join the KBM Sports Talk family by hitting that big red button. Let's get into the video. Here is the bracket. You guys are going to see my prediction, see who I have moving on. We have our first 2 games are the 2 wild cards, which is the Boston Red Sox with a 92-70 record going up against the New York Yankees with the same exact record, 92-70. I mean, this matchup is so even, it's not even funny. But I do got to go with the Red Sox edging them out. There's a little bit of bias in there. I am a Red Sox fan, so I really got to go with the Red Sox. Moving on. So they will be going up against the Tampa Bay Rays, which is the number 1 seed. They have 100 wins and 62 losses. And now let's go to the other wild card game, which we have the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the St. Louis Cardinals. And honestly, you guys, yes, the Cardinals are hot. I do know that. Yes, the Dodgers are the reigning World Series champions. Yes, the Dodgers have 106 wins. But I still have to go with the Dodgers in this one, you guys, just because the simple fact of the Dodgers have too much firepower. Yes, if Max Muncy is not playing, that is a big blow to them. But still, I think Max Scherzer on the mound isn't going to allow the Dodgers to lose to the Cardinals. I do think that the Dodgers will be moving on to play up against their arch rivals, the San Francisco Giants. Now let's go up and we are in the divisional round, and we start with the Tampa Bay Rays going up against the Boston Red Sox, you guys. And wow, this is going to be a really good series, I think. But I do think that the Rays will edge the Red Sox out, just like they have all season. I think that the Red Sox could pull an upset, but I do think that the Rays team is just too good and too powerful to not get past the first round for them. So now we see who will be going up against the Rays. Will it be the Chicago White Sox or the Houston Astros? And this is a really good matchup, but I have to go with the Chicago White Sox pulling off the upset, you can say, because they are the 3 seed. But I just see the White Sox moving on to the ALCS. I just see that happening. Just because the simple fact of I think the White Sox pitching rotation is better than the Astros. And I think that they both have really great offensive teams. I just think that the White Sox have a slight edge over the Astros for offense. Now we go to the Giants versus the Dodgers. And this has been the Dodgers' kryptonite all season long. And I think it's going to be their kryptonite again. Even in the playoffs, I think the Giants will knock off the reigning World Series champions, the Los Angeles Dodgers. And I think this probably will be a 7-game series just because of how close these two teams are and how close they were during the season. I think that the Giants will edge the Dodgers out just like they did in the season. I really do, because I think the Giants are, not just because the Giants are a great story, just because I think the Giants have proven that they can beat the Dodgers on a consistent basis. So that's why I see them moving on to the NLCS. And now we go to the Braves going up against the Brewers. The Braves versus the Brewers. Wow. What a matchup that most people did not predict. Especially midway through the season. Ain't nobody predict the Braves and the Brewers to make this. But you guys, I have to go. This is probably the hardest one that I had to make a decision for. But I do have to say I think the Brewers are going to move on and play against the Giants in the NLCS. I think that's what's going to happen. And honestly, you guys, these 4 teams that are remaining in the ALCS and the NLCS are 4 teams that not that many people thought of. Yes, the White Sox. Yes, the Rays. They were favorite. The Brewers here, people are favoring them. Giants, not really, not at all. But I just feel like this is a surprise, and this is very different because you don't have one of those juggernauts of the Red Sox, Dodgers, Yankees. You don't have one of those, or the Astros I'll throw in there too. You have 4 teams that just are are teams that are up and coming in a way with their teams, except for the Giants. The Giants, everyone knows that you can consider them the juggernaut, but lately, last couple seasons, they really haven't been. But this year, they have turned it back on. Let's go with the ALCS first. We have the Tampa Bay Rays going up against the Chicago White Sox. Wow, this matchup is very hard to judge. Will the Rays pull off and go to the World Series again, or will the White Sox go on? Well, in my opinion, I think that the White Sox will beat the number one seed, Tampa Bay Rays, to go to the World Series. I think the Chicago White Sox have the team to make it to the World Series. I've been keeping track of them all year. Yes, they've had injuries, but even with their injuries, they consistently kept playing and being the team that they were, and their firepower was awesome. The Rays, yes, but I just don't think the Rays have the team to win the World Series. Yes, they can do great in the regular season, and they can make it to the World Series or the ALCS, but I just don't think they have enough to make it to win the whole thing. And I don't think they're going to make it out of the ALCS. I think they're going to lose to the White Sox. So now we go to our next game, which is the NLCS, and we have the number 1 seed going up against the number 2 seed. The number 1 seed, the San Francisco Giants, going up against the number 2 seed, Milwaukee Brewers. Wow. Who would have ever thought that we may get a White Sox versus Giants or Brewers, either or, in the World Series this year? I know I didn't. Let me think. This is a really hard one to think about. I've been trying to think about this game all along. Who do I want to say? The Giants or the Brewers? Who will make it? Honestly, I think that this is going to be a San Francisco Giants making it to the World Series. We have our World Series is set, you guys. We have the San Francisco Giants going up against the Chicago White Sox in the World Series. And I do think that this series is going to go all 7 games, and it's going to be an amazing World Series this year, something that you guys do not want to miss out on if this is the matchup, which I do think it's going to be the matchup. We'll have the Chicago White Sox going up against the San Francisco Giants, and I think that the San Francisco Giants will win the first 2 games, and then I think the White Sox will win the next 2, so it will be a 2-2 series. Then I think it goes Giants, White Sox, so it's 3-3. And then I think that the White Sox will take Game 7, and the Chicago White Sox will be your World Series champions. The Chicago White Sox will win the 2021 World Series this year. That is my prediction. The Chicago White Sox to win it all. If you guys agree with me, tell me in the comments. If you guys disagree with me, tell me in the comments. Don't come at me. It's my opinion. Don't get mad if I didn't pick your team to make it to the World Series or win the World Series. It's just my opinion, and that's what I think. And hit that like button, you guys. The goal for today's video is to get to 4 likes. Make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Join the Keeping Sports Talk family. And until next time, see ya.